Hey y'all, what's up? It is Kelly Marie here, and it's time for another video. Okay, we rolling with this series. We're rolling with this series this month, and today we're talking about 5 digital assets that you can add to your course to increase the course value. Now, let me tell y'all something. I have a lot of people who are interested in doing things like course creation, coaching program creation, membership creation, and we are always looking for ways to stack the value or value stack, depending on how you say it. Some people say it different, but you want to look for ways that you can add value so that people are not questioning or trying to come up with their own reasoning to justify the price that you're charging. And it's not necessarily meaning that you're charging a lot, but you just want to make sure that when people make a purchase from you, they're getting the full value of what it is that they've purchased. So these are 5 digital assets that you can add to kind of up that value and up the ante a little bit to make sure that people feel like they are getting the price that they're gonna pay, and it also helps move people to the cart a little bit quicker. The first type of digital asset you can add to your course to increase the value is a template, okay? So templates can be anything that are usable, that bring value to whatever it is that you're teaching that person to do, or whatever it is you're coaching that person to do. Templates can bring value to that. So think about fill in the blank templates, think about spreadsheet templates, think about organization templates, like the finance industry. Any of those like Excel spreadsheet and budget creation templates are really good. People love templates because they're just so easy to use. Number 2 is assessments and quizzes. This is super important. We all know about quizzes and using quizzes as a way to make sure that people are actually paying attention and processing the information, but assessments are really good too. And quizzes are even good like in order to get people into your course. So you can use them on the outside of the marketing and promotions. You could also use them on the inside of your course in order to increase the value. Assessments let people know where they are. So even if you have like a longer program, let's say you have a program that people are in for 3 months or more, you should really use assessments, and maybe like even just a standard measure assessment where you can compare people's progress from where they were to where they are now. And that's what quizzes and assessments do in a short-term form as well. It's like I could read this module or watch this module, then do the assessment, and now I'm like, oh, I've learned something that I didn't know before. Like, it immediately lets people know that they're making progress, and that's why it adds so much value. But even if you're looking long-term, like 3 to 6 months, if you have an online course or a coaching program that is 3 to 6 months long, doesn't matter if it's self-study or not, having someone take an assessment before they get started, a month in, 2 months in, 3 months in, and then being able to compare the answers from those assessments is a really great way to reveal to people that they are actually progressing. So it adds a ton of value. And we need reassurance. Like, especially in a self-study sense, when I'm learning something that I didn't know before and there's no live teacher there, I need some way to ensure that I am learning, and quizzes and assessments do that, okay? The third asset you can add to increase the value of your course is recorded audits. This is one of my favorites, okay? This is one of my favorite. I do it all the time. I love doing recorded audits. What I do is I have a form inside of my courses and my programs, and at any point in time, if you're in one of those things with me, you're able to submit anything that you want audited. Your website, your social media, a sales page, a landing page. It doesn't even have to be published. You could just take a picture of it and submit it through the form. And what I do on my time is I go and I look at whatever it is, I audit it, I record my screen while I'm auditing it to give you feedback, and then I submit it back to you through the course. So it's a really great way to add value. And I could see it being used in a lot of different ways. I do it as a business coach and as a systems coach, but you could also do it with someone's budget. Like if you do a module on creating your own budget, and at the end of the module, they are able to submit their budget, and then you can do a recorded audit and look over it and submit that feedback back to them. It just makes it a little bit more interactive. Now, if you have a self-study course, you may be thinking to yourself, why would I do a recorded audit? That's now requiring me to show up, and I don't really want to. it's pre-recorded. So it's not like you have to show up at a live time. You just check in once a week or however so often, once every other week. You record those audits, which honestly is gonna take you way less time than it would to do a live session. And you submit those recordings back into the course or send those recordings off one-on-one to those people. It does not take as much time as you think it does. And like I said, you don't have to do weekly. I did weekly. It was like if you submit your submit whatever you want to be audited by Monday at midnight, then you'll receive your audits on Friday by midnight. So I still had to record it, but I had a lot of flexibility. But you could do a monthly. So if it's a longer term self-study course and they get lifetime access, it's if you want audits, you submit your audits by the 5th of each month. And after the 5th of each month, you'll get your audits by, within 10 business days or whatever it may be. So it's a really good way to add value to the course. I listed it, even though it does require some of your time, I listed it as a digital asset because I actually put all of my audits back into the actual course itself. So whoever submitted the information or whatever they want to audit it, I do let them know that it's in there, but I actually make it open for everyone to see because it adds value to the overall course. Now, if you're dealing with someone's like personal information, you probably don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. But you could do some case studies where you do some recorded audits and you allow those, or you can do some anonymous audits, like people can submit and you see their name, but the audit is anonymous, so no one actually knows who that person is. So you could do it that way as well. Number 4, the 4th digital asset you can add to your course to increase course value is links to real examples. This helps so much, and I don't think people understand how much this helps. When you are teaching something and people don't know what it looks like to do that thing correctly, it helps to have examples. It's like in math, when our teacher was teaching us trigonometry, how would we have ever made it through without examples of solved trigonometry problems? I literally have no idea. So you want to make sure that you are actually giving people links to real life examples. And when you're advertising about your course on your sales page and on social media and in your marketing campaign, make sure that you let people know, hey, by the way, you also get a lot of real life examples. So if you're doing a self-study course, please do not take any of these things that I'm giving you as optional. Do not make them optional, because this is really going to help people who enroll in your course get results. And that's really what matters. Yes, we're creating online courses and coaching programs and self-study and all these digital products and stuff so that people can learn on their own without needing us. And quite honestly, a lot of times people do not need you. You think they need you, that's an ego trip, okay? They don't need you. But you are creating this so that they can learn on their own, but they also do need these other tools in order to actually get results and actually be successful, which is the overall goal. You want as many people as possible to enroll in your course, but you also want as many people as possible to get positive results. And 5, the 5th digital asset you can add to your course to increase course value is calculators. I love calculators. You can clearly tell that I'm a numbers girl, but I love calculators, okay? Calculators are a great way for people to measure how much time, how much money, all that kind of stuff that they're spending or saving. And so if at any time you can create a calculator, you want to create a calculator. So for example, and calculators can be created through forms. They're a little bit complicated. You may need someone to help you with these. If y'all need a video on that, let me know, because I would love to explain calculators and quiz logic too, by the way. If y'all want a video on that, I would love to explain that. With calculators, it could be something like, here's how to calculate how much time you're wasting each week. Here's how to calculate how much time you're saving each week. Here's how to calculate how many hours you need to work at work in order to save this amount of money. Here's a spreadsheet that'll help you calculate how much you can save on your taxes. Here's a spreadsheet that can help you calculate anything that has a formula. Anything that's formula based that's gonna spit out a number can be put into a calculator. Y'all know, okay? If you need examples, drop what you do below and I will come up with a calculator idea for you, because I can do it off the top of my head. I just gotta know what it is that you do and who you do it for, and I can help you, all right? So those are the 5 digital assets that you can add to your online course in order to increase the value. I will see y'all in the next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. See you later.